Hey, everybody, it's Grant Napier. It's so great to have you here on my YouTube live channel. I am working with Jerry as we speak. You know, Jerry, I just love the guy. My buddy Ryan in Sactown is helping him as well. You know, Jerry still got his flip phone. Jerry is his technological skills are from the 1980s and 1990s before cell phones and the internet and everything else was really up and running. So we are efforting to get Jerry all straightened out. He is a thing of beauty. If you could have heard our conversation in the last couple of minutes trying to get him up and going, I think you would chuckle on it as well. So we will, all right, get him on as soon as we can. All right, I'm going to open up the chat line. If you want to send me any messages, it's very simple. You can send me a message and we can go back and forth and have a little Q&A in just a little bit. But I really get a kick out of him. I really do. It's great to have you here. I really enjoyed the show on Monday with Sean Salisbury. And it was really fun to be able to talk with him on this format, both the NFL and college football. But I may have to have Ryan in Sactown get in his car and drive over to Jerry's house and show him how to log on to a show such as this. Oh, I love Jerry. You know, I mean, there's only one Jerry Reynolds, right? There's only one Jerry Reynolds. And, you know, like, right, we put this on there. Right? Hippity hop to the barbershop. I mean, oh my gosh. I mean, I don't even know what else to say right now. I'm really like, I had to get a Kleenex because I was crying from laughing so hard after dealing with Jerry. I mean, he is a thing of beauty. He really is. I mean, you can think about it is 2022, right? And we've got Jerry and, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah. We got Manuel. He's spot on. You're spot on with your your message. Oh my gosh. Then hey Grant, other Ryan in Sactown, we love and miss you. I watch and listen to your content whenever I can. Well, thank you very much for that. Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. Manuel says, "Team flip phone, you derelicts." You know what? Hey, I'm not a derelict. Okay. Hey, how are you there, Sean? Appreciate you and everyone else listening. I mean, that's the way Jerry lives, man. He's got a flip phone. He's got everything else. Oh my gosh, that's a beauty. Just win Grant and Jerry. We'll get him on. All right. I got to tell you. I mean, seriously, I wish I was recording the conversation with Jerry. I really do. Okay. Because if we can't get Jerry on today, I'm going to have Ryan tomorrow drive over to Jerry's house and get him set up, and we'll do it all over again tomorrow. But I just get a kick out of this guy. I really do. Oh, my gosh. I really, really do. Oh, my gosh. And Ryan is, you know, back home, and he's trying to get Jerry on and do everything that he can. Oh, my gosh. What a piece of work. But you can hit me up on the chat line, and we can go back and forth a little bit like this. We are planning on talking about the Kings and what we saw on Monday night. I will say this, and I did a rant on this, and the Kings have a player in Keegan Murray that I don't think the Kings have ever had a draft pick that is more NBA ready than Keegan Murray. Well, thank you for that. I think the hair's coming in nicely too. You know, it's all good. But think about this, right? Think about this. I would say, name me a rookie. Go back to 1985 if you want, all right? Name me a rookie that the Kings have drafted that is more NBA ready than Keegan Murray. Somebody says Tyreke Evans. I don't think so. Thank you very much, Philip. I don't think so. I don't think Tyreke Evans was more NBA ready than Keegan Murray for this reason. Tyreke couldn't shoot from the perimeter. Keegan Murray can shoot, and he can pass, And he's got a very good basketball IQ. All right, here's another interesting one. I'll put this up on the screen. Jeff says Tyrese Halliburton. And I'm going to say maybe, but I don't think Tyrese Halliburton came into week one, and again, we're not into week one, as polished as Keegan Murray. Close, though. Close. All right, here's another one. Brian Grant. No. Brian Grant was not as polished. Good one, though. Converse 916. Not Keegan Murray. I would say Tyrese Halliburton might be the next one. All right. But Tyreek body, NBA body, yes. Okay. Shot, no. Here's another one. Great one right there, Brian. You're spot on. Tyreek body type, correct? Shot, no. Now, here's the difference between Tyreek and from Keegan Murray, right? What's the difference? The difference is that Keegan Murray is a couple of years older, all right? Somebody says Peja is close. Peja is not even close, not even remotely close. First of all, Peja stayed in Europe for a little bit, all right? Benjamin said DeMarcus Cousins, not even close. DeMarcus was immature, could not handle any type of direction from any coach on the entire staff. It was DeMarcus Cousins isn't even in the same area code. All right, not even in the same area code, not zip code, area code, time difference. Not even close, Benjamin. Not even close. Mentally, DeMarcus Cousins was as fragile and as unprepared to play in the NBA as any player the Kings had ever drafted, ever. So no, not even close. All right, not even close. All right, not even close. So Ryan's still working on getting Jerry on. As soon as we can get that figured out, we'll get him on. And then if not, I will do it again tomorrow. But Tyrese Halliburton, pretty good. But I would not say that he's more NBA ready than what I'm seeing from Keegan Murray. I like what I see in Keegan Murray for this reason. He does everything. Like, I'm watching him and I'm saying to myself, does he have any weaknesses right now? Does he have any weaknesses? And then here's something else I got to kick out. I got to bring this up on my phone because I want to make sure that I pronounce it right. But last night, Victor Wembanyama and Scott Henderson put on a show in Vegas, right? And it looks like they're going to be number 1 and number 2. And so we'll see. All right, so we're going to do some audio with Jerry, all right? And then we'll get his internet straightened out, and we'll do some video with him. So I'm going to bring Ryan in. Ryan, thanks for your help, buddy. I really appreciate that. And why don't we see if we can do it this way? We'll have a little audio with Jerry Reynolds. All right, Ryan? So, Jerry, can you hear me right now? Ryan, this is not going to work, I don't think, buddy. All right, let's see. Ryan's doing his best to help Jerry. Jerry, can you hear me? Hello, Jerry Reynolds. Jerry, you know it's 2022. Yeah, your hair looks good, Ryan. Ryan, I can't hear Jerry. So I can't even hear you because your headset, Mike. Put your headset on. All right. You have no audio coming from you. So this is not going to work. Ryan, let's see what's going on. You were just trying to figure out Jerry. Can you hear me here, Ryan? Ryan, I can't hear you right now. So now we're having a lot of problems. Ryan, I can't hear you at all. Jerry, can you hear me? All right, welcome to the world of technology in 2022. Ryan, I can't hear you. So I'm going to put you back in the audience. I cannot hear you at all. All right? Cannot hear Ryan. So, Ryan, I'm going to come back to you one more time right now and see if we can hear you. All right, can you hear me? All right. So whatever Ryan's been doing with Jerry, now Ryan's audio is screwed up. I cannot hear you, Ryan. All right. Ryan? Now I'm muted. All right. Sorry, folks. I appreciate your support. We're going to keep on doing this. I want to talk about the NBA and the Kings, but Ryan's doing his best. All right. So let's get to, I want to see some more text messages here. What bothered me about Halliburton at times was his reluctance to take shots. His percentages were good, but it seemed like he'd rather pass than shoot. Yeah, but that you like that in a rookie. All right. All right. Let's get to this one. Garrison asked, Grant, is there any chance of you ever coming back to Sacramento and doing the Kings games? Also, I read you had a lawsuit for your firing. Any news on that? I have a lawsuit against Bonneville International. It is an ongoing lawsuit. There's no news on that, but I did file a lawsuit in federal court against Bonneville International. As far as coming back and doing the Kings games, they already have an announcer, and they have not asked me, and I'm not waiting near my phone at all for that situation. All right. So let's get to Afghanistan. He's in a situation with Indiana where he pretty much is the guy, and they'll need him to take those shots. Well, that's true. He is that guy, you know. Ryan, let me see if I can. If you got your audio straightened out here, let me get back to him real quick. Ryan, can I hear you? Put your mic down. Nope. All right, this is not going to work. So we'll just do Jerry tomorrow. I'm going to have Ryan go over to his house, and we'll figure that out. All right. This is beautiful. Rich, you got the best text of the afternoon. Hey, Jerry, welcome to my world. Don't feel alone. That is beautiful, Rich. Hey, Rich, you cracked me up, man, and good luck to your Padres in the wild card round. Oh, my gosh. That is beautiful. Mike wants to know, Grant, are you looking at other play-by-play positions? Mike, I'm keeping all options open. All right. I'm keeping all options open. All right. MB wants to ask Kings record this season. I'm going to say they're going to win 34 games. All right. 34 games. Jeff wants to say, talk some Thursday Night Football. Hey, Jeff, it's my show, and I'll talk what I want to talk about. How's that sound? Do you see the basketball court in my background, Jeff? This is a basketball show. It's Wednesday. I'll talk Thursday Night Football when we get to Thursday. How's that sound? All right. Today's a basketball show. Monday, I talk football on this show. Friday, with Sean Salisbury, I will talk football on this show. Today is a basketball show. All right. Absolutely. So come on now. All right. Call me up if you want to talk some Thursday Night Football on my Listen app show that starts at the top of the hour. All right. At the top of the hour. So when you have your show, Jeff, you can talk Thursday Night Football. You can talk basketball. You can talk a little bit of everything. All right. So again, here's the deal. All right. Hit me up on the chat line. All right. Now, that is not very nice. Who said this? Manuel says, Ryan looks like Turtle from Entourage. Are you freaking kidding me? Why would you say that to Ryan in Sactown? That's not very nice. Philip, NBA basketball. You know what, Philip? If you don't like that, you don't like NBA basketball. You're exactly right. All right. How about this one? This is beautiful. Just Win says, 34 wins? Yeah, 34 wins. Why would I? What's wrong with 34 wins? All right. Why? Here's one that I always get a kick out of. MB says, who should the King starters be? Listen, it doesn't really matter who starts. It's who is on the floor at the end of games. That's the important thing. Don't get so caught up in who's starting. Don't get so caught up in who's starting. Mike Brown is not married to any lineup. He'll change the lineup. The guy's been a coach for a long time. You know, he's not a dummy. He'll figure it out. Benjamin says, Kings win total will be between 39 and 44. Benjamin, I think you are way, way, way off base. Way off base. Somebody says it's Reggie Theus. Reggie Theus did not begin his career with the Kings. But good one. I love talking about Reggie. Absolutely. All right. All right, here's an interesting one. Mike Brown over, under 2 seasons. It's a fabulous question. I'm going to say neither. I'm going to say 2 seasons. How's that for you? All right. How many wins makes the top 10 playoffs? Well, first of all, Jeff, the top 10's not the playoffs. Only the top 8's the playoffs. Last year, 34 wins made the play-in tournament, but that's not the playoffs. The playoffs are the top 8 teams. The play-in tournament's not considered the playoffs. All right. So there you have it. All right. Here's a question. Do you think Fox and or Sabonis will make an all-star team this season? You're really Kevin Huerter's cousin? Well, then why didn't you ask me about Kevin Huerter? You're really his cousins? Wow. To answer your question, Fox will not make the all-star team because he doesn't shoot well enough, and the West has too many top-flight guards, and to me, he's not one of them. So, no. As far as Sabonis, yes. Yes, I think so. All right, so we're not going to have Jerry on today, but hopefully we can get Ryan. Ryan, you can make a little field trip and go over to Jerry's house maybe tomorrow, and I'll do a show tomorrow if we can get Jerry on. All right? How's that sound? All right, let's get to some more. This is from Just Win. What's your take on play-in tournaments? I think it's pretty silly that a team like San Antonio last year got in with 34 wins. 34 wins? I mean, come on now. Garrison asked, how did Tyreek get Rookie of the Year? Because he averaged 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists, and he was the best rookie that year. He was good. I didn't say he wasn't good. All right? But I personally think that right now, Keegan Murray is better prepared for the NBA than Tyreek Evans was. And Tyreek was Rookie of the Year, and it's a very good question, Garrison. It's a very good question. Absolutely. All right? So we'll see. Hey, Ryan, we're going to come back to you in a minute, and we'll see if we can get your headset working. You can join me in this conversation. Garrison says Cousins still can't handle authority and is still immature. Well, he's not on an NBA roster right now, which I could get into a whole thing on this. But, I keep on hearing Michael Malone loved DeMarcus Cousins. Well, if he loved him so much, how come he didn't have him back on the Nuggets this year? That whole thing's a bunch of crap. Do you know that Michael Malone is the only coach? Think about this. Michael Malone didn't want him back until just recently. Alvin Gentry didn't want him back after he left New Orleans when they had a chance to get him back. He went to the Warriors for 1 year. Steve Kerr didn't want him back. They didn't even make an effort to get him back. He went to the Lakers. Frank Vogel and the Lakers GM, they didn't attempt to get DeMarcus back. They didn't want him back, right? Denver now signs him at the end of the year. They had a chance to bring him back. They didn't bring him back. So, it's the same story. Same story, all right? All right, let's get to Manuel. And Manuel says, I'm a Lakers fan. Being an LA native, however, I think the Kings can win 44 games. Their talent is, I don't think 40. I think 44 is extremely unreasonable. I think that's very, very unlikely that they're going to go from 30 wins to 44 wins. Not happening. It's not like, all right, not happening. Not happening. All right, we get to this tweet. DMC is a train wreck. Killed the locker room. Yes, he did. Very hard to play with. Very hard to play with. And most players would tell you that. All right. Thank you for your support. Do you think Carmelo Anthony is out of the league? I could see Melo possibly getting signed. I could see that. Sean says, bring back Grant and Jerry. We miss you guys. Not happening. I know Jerry's not coming back. That's for sure. That's for sure. All right, let's see if Ryan can hear me. Ryan, I got to see if I can hear you. Your mic's on. Everything's good, but I don't think I can hear your mic. Nope. Something's wrong on your end, buddy. Something's wrong on your end. So I don't know what the deal is, but I cannot hear you. It's all right. Something happened. Let's get to more talk about the NBA and what you can expect from the Kings moving forward. All right, so preseason is shorter, right? Not as many games. And when you look at the Kings opening game against Portland, I think that's going to be a fun game to watch for this reason. The Blazers made some nice moves in the offseason, getting Jeremy Grant. They picked up Gary Payton Jr. They picked up a draft pick who's hurt right now that they have high hopes for. I believe that's going to be a fun opening game. And you have Damian Lillard. You have a new-look Blazers team. I think that is going to be a fun game. I think that's going to be a fun game. I really do. All right. Do you think the Kings defense will be better this year? William, it really can't be much worse. All right? It really can't be much worse. All right? Here's another one. Callie says 37 and 45. I can see best case scenario. All right? Best case scenario. Garrison wants to know, have you seen the Chase Center in San Francisco? If so, is the Golden One Center still the best arena in your opinion? Well, I did a couple games, obviously, at the Chase Center. First of all, this is subjective. I've always thought Orlando has one of the best arenas in the league, along with Sacramento. I think the new Pfizer Center in Milwaukee is beautiful. The Chase Center's nice. I'm not crazy about the Chase Center. All right? I'm not crazy about that. I'm not crazy about that at all. All right? I'm really not. Somebody says, Grant, you should do a Grant and Jerry t-shirt. I'll buy. Sean, I may just do that, buddy. I may just do that. All right? Here's one from Mr. Laker fan himself. Manuel, Lakers will be 52 and 30 this year. Davis is going to average 20 and 16 respectively. Can you do that from the shower? Because the guy gets hurt all the time. All right? You think so? You really think that's going to be the case with the Lakers? You think they're going to win that many games? I really don't know. I don't know. All right, so here's the deal. All right, I'm going to take some more of your messages on the chat line, and we're going to try to get Jerry and do a show tomorrow. We'll get him all squared away. All right? Jeff wants to know who's better, Bucks or Warriors. I think if the Warriors are healthy, they're better. If you have a healthy Steph Curry, the Warriors are better. It's a point guard league. That's why the Warriors won the championship last year. The Warriors had Steph Curry, and the Celtics did not. And that was the difference. That was the difference. The difference in the series was Steph Curry. All right? That was the difference. Somebody wants to know if I think the Kings can have a top 10 offense. I don't. And I don't think that having a top 10 offense is necessarily what Mike Brown wants. I think he wants to have a top 10 defense. And it's very difficult to have a top 10 on one side of the floor and a top 10 on the other side of the floor. All right? Very difficult. Very difficult. All right, let's get to Mike Brown. We'll be in Sacramento 4 to 5 years with 2 playoff runs this year, and they make the play-in tournament. Kings basketball is on the rise. Quote your boy Matt in L.A. on that. All right, Matt in L.A., we got you down, buddy. All right, we got you down. We got you down. Brian has an interesting question. Brian asked on the chat line. Well, actually, I missed you, Brian. Let me get back to you in a minute. Okay, let's get to Brian's. We got some. In post-playoff era, what Kings team did you feel like was on the verge of being good, make the playoffs that regressed, broken up, etc.? Brian, that's interesting because there weren't a lot of post-playoff eras. There was one in 95, 96 when they were the 8th seed and they lost to Seattle. That was one, but they were only in the playoffs for 1 year. And then the other one was the run that Rick Adelman had, Brian, where they had 8 straight appearances in the playoffs. And you kind of knew that that was all falling apart. So it definitely wasn't that. And I wasn't there in 1985 when the Kings made the playoffs in their first year, all right? In the first year of being in Sacramento. They made the playoffs that year and got swept by Houston. So I wasn't there. I can't really comment on that. And there were only other, how sad is this, 2 playoffs. I mean, how sad is that? 95-96, right? 95-96. And then, of course, what we just saw the last time the Kings were in the playoffs. All right, I'm going to try one last time to get to Ryan. And, Ryan, we'll see if I can hear from you. Ryan, go ahead. Can I hear you? Put your mic down. Nope. Still cannot hear you. I don't know what's going on your end, buddy. It's frustrating. But we had you loud and clear at the beginning. For whatever reason, I can't hear you now. All right, let's get to some more. Grant, this question from Stanley. What do I think the Kings' record will be this year? I got them going 33 or 34 wins. That's where I think we should go. All right? That's where I think we should go. Jeff says, will having Mike Brown give the Kings an advantage over the Warriors since he coached there or not? 0. Here's the advantage that the Kings will have over the Golden State Warriors. The advantage will be if Steph Curry doesn't play. That's the advantage. You think that Mike Brown being on the Warriors staff is going to give him an advantage? Doesn't give him an advantage. Coaches move around the leagues all the time. There's no advantage. There's no advantage at all to that. 0. Okay? You could have a player from the Warriors get traded to the Kings the week before the Kings play the Warriors, and it wouldn't make a bit of difference. First of all, you have no secrets in the NBA. The scouting is very sophisticated. There's nothing that Mike Brown knows about the Golden State Warriors that's going to give them a better chance in the head-to-head competition. And we're going to find out because in the first month of the season, they play 3 times. How stupid is that? All right? How stupid is that? That they play 3 times in the first month of the season, a team in your own division. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. All right, Manuel's got a prediction. Lakers and Warriors, Western Conference Finals, Bucks and Heat. Eastern Conference Finals, Bucks beat the Warriors. In the NBA Finals, 4-3. See, I like that, Manuel. All right? I like the fact that you got the Lakers and the Warriors. You got the Bucks and the Heat. I like the fact that you're making a prediction before the season begins. All right? I really do. All right? I'm just texting Ryan. No, you are not muted on my end. Got you loud and clear. All right? So, I don't know what the deal is. All right, let's get to some more messages. I think we got Kevin Huerter's cousin back. You're not his cousin, Kevin. Will Davion Mitchell make a step up there? Yeah, of course he will, because he's entering his second year, and players get better as their careers go on. So, yeah, of course. Absolutely. All right, if you're just joining me here on the stream, Jerry is still a French lick hick. You know what I'm saying? That's what they call that in French lick. Oh, gee, Grant just made a very derogatory term. No, that's what Jerry is. Jerry would say it himself. So, Jerry on his flip phone, and Jerry with computer equipment that was purchased around the year 2000 had a issue going on the show. So we're going to figure this out, and I may have him do it all again tomorrow. All right? All again tomorrow. Another on the chat line, silly to bunch 3 of the Kings versus the Warrior games like that. I agree, Grant. Well, thank you very much. It is stupid is what it is. All right? All right? Why the negativity here? I hope Davion doesn't end up like Tyreek and slowly get worse and worse. What is wrong with you people? Seriously. You know, first of all, Tyreek had a really good career. He really had a good career. He didn't get worse and worse. I don't get that. I really don't. I don't get that. All right, let's get to William. I think Murray and Sabonis will be fun to watch. Both players are unselfish with high basketball IQs. I agree with that. I agree with that. So when you're thinking about this season, I'm going to start right at the top. All right. The season to me is on the shoulders of De'Aaron Fox. Now you could say, well, wait a minute, Grant. When Fox didn't play at the end of last year, look at how good Davion Mitchell ran the team. You've got a guy that you're paying $30 million to be your franchise point guard. Think about that. $30 million. Okay? If De'Aaron Fox does not improve his perimeter shooting and his free throw shooting, then the Kings aren't going to win 33, 34, 35. We can go on and on. It's not going to happen, okay? Because De'Aaron Fox is going to be on the floor 30-plus minutes a night. He is. Even if he's not shooting the ball well, he's going to be your point guard, and he's going to be on the floor, and that's the way it's going to work. He must improve that shooting. That percentage has to continue to go up, not down. He shot the ball horribly last season. And I know it's only one game, and it's just a preseason, and so I don't want to even go too crazy on this. On Monday in L.A., he was 4 of 12 floor, all right? And he missed all of his three-pointers, and he was 2 of 4 from the line. Those are the type of numbers that I saw last year. Those numbers are not going to cut it. They're not going to cut it. Plain and simple, not going to cut it. So when you look at, okay, when you look at De'Aaron Fox and you look at the Kings and you look at everything with this basketball team, it starts at the point guard position with Fox. Now, the other question is, if De'Aaron Fox does improve his shooting, then could the Kings win in the high 30s? Probably could. Benjamin, Clippers 1, Warriors 2, Nuggets, Grizzlies, Mavs, Suns, Pelicans, Timberwolves, Kings 9, Lakers 10, and the rest. I think you had the Jazz down way too low myself. I don't think they're going to fall that far. I'm not ready to just completely knock them out of the top 10. All right? They still have some pretty good players on that team. But I like the fact that you put 1 through 14. 1 through 14. I would say that the Kings, their ceiling to me is 35 games. Their ceiling to me is 35 games. All right? Excellent question. Would have I traded Fox or Halliburton? You have to understand something, okay? The Indiana Pacers didn't want Fox. They wanted Halliburton, and the Kings wanted Sabonis, and they also unloaded Buddy Hield. So it's not a matter of what I would have wanted to do. I know what the Kings wanted to do. The Kings wanted to keep Tyrese Halliburton, but the deal was on the table, and that was a deal that they liked. So, you know, it's a lot of fans keep on going, why did they trade Tyrese Halliburton? Why didn't they trade Fox? It takes 2 to tango. You can't trade a player unless another team wants that player. And the phone was not ringing off the hook for De'Aaron Fox. It just wasn't. It just wasn't. Thank you for that message. We love you, Grant. We miss you. Well, I miss Sacramento too, and you never know what is around the corner. You never know what's around the corner. Here's another one. Sacramento is in the house. Yes, it is. It is in the house. It will always be in my house, no matter where I'm living. It will always be in my house. But again, back to the expectations for this team. Have you looked at the West still? Have you looked at this? It's loaded. And the Kings are going to have injuries. All teams have injuries. And I do think they have good depth this year. But to me, the success of this franchise really centers around De'Aaron Fox. I pretty much know what you're going to get from Kevin Huerter night in, night out. I know what you're going to get from Harrison Barnes night in, night out. Okay? I think Keegan Murray is going to be a steady player. I really do. I know what you get with Davion Mitchell when you put him on the floor. Even if his shot's not falling, you get a guy that's going to play defense for 94 feet. Mike Brown is going to love that aspect of Davion Mitchell's game. But I'm just saying De'Aaron Fox has got to shoot the ball better. He's got to shoot the ball better. All right? He's got to shoot the ball better. More chat line messages. Manny, good show, Grant. Sacramento is in the house. Hey, Manny, Sacramento will always be in the house. Okay? I lived over half my life in Sacramento. Always in the house in Sactown. All right? Always. Always. So here's the deal. We got a lot of people that are jumping on the stream. Mr. Technologically inept Jerry Reynolds. Jerry, are you watching this right now? You on your YouTube? No, he can't because he can't get on YouTube. Actually, I know he can get on YouTube because he tells me he and his son Jay watch my rants all the time. So I know he can. Jay is probably sitting watching this, going, "Where's my dad?" and laughing his ass off. Jay, you're probably like, maybe I need Jay to go to his dad's house and figure out what the hell is going on with Jerry's 2001 computer system, all right, and the internet. Jerry's internet cable probably, let me see if I got a piece of dental floss here. No, I don't. That's what Jerry's internet connection looks like at his home. Wi-Fi? Jerry's like, what's Wi-Fi? No. I got the link right here. I clicked on the link and nothing happened. How many times do you click on a link and nothing happens? I sent it once, then I sent it twice, and I went for the hat trick, and it was a natural hat trick. I did it 3 times consecutively. So that is a natural hat trick. Not just a hat trick, a natural hat trick. And I'm thinking, Jerry, where's my buddy Jerry? Come on now. Now I got to have Rhino in Sactown, or I got to have Jerry's son, drive over to his house in Roseville and figure out what the hell is going on with Jerry's iPad, his 2001 desktop computer. I mean, we got all these people live right here on my YouTube channel. They want to see freaking Jerry Reynolds, and he can't get on the internet, for crying out loud. All right. Man. Someone said Jerry did have a show on YouTube. Did he? Did he? Come on now. All right. Someone says Jerry did have a show. What happened on YouTube? Well, I don't know. Jerry is adjusting his bum ears. Now, that's not nice. His bunny ears, is that what he uses? So, funny story. So, when Jerry and I used to do the games, whenever the Giants were playing, I would have a separate monitor set up next to my ISO monitor, my game monitor, and, be announcing a game. And I would ask Jerry, I'd go, Jerry, is it going to bother you if I have the football game here on one of my monitors? He goes, no, don't worry about it. And I'm like, and this was before you could watch the NFL on your phone. All right. So before that technology became available, I would have a monitor that was pretty much the size of like a regular laptop screen. Okay. And I would have my producer before the game. I would say, listen, he goes, Napes, I got you covered already. You don't have to ask when the Giants are playing. I got you covered. I go, hey, thanks, Bertie, man. I really appreciate you. So again, I'd have 3 monitors. Well, I'd have 4 monitors because I had a stats monitor. I'd had the football game on and the 2 monitors that I would use for my job. So I look over at Jerry. I go, Jerry, is this going to bother you? And Jerry goes, no. And then I see Jerry take out a flip phone. I'm like, okay, he still has a flip phone. Well, that's all right. There were other people that had flip phones. So now I want to fast forward towards the last couple of years that Jerry and I were doing the games together. And I would say, Jerry, you know what? How nice is this? I can now watch the game on my phone and it won't bother you. He goes, it did not bother me. He goes, it never bothered me. He goes, what is fascinating to me is that you were able to announce the game and watch the football game and not miss a play. That's what blew me away. So then we go to a commercial and Jerry reaches into his pocket. He brings out the same damn phone. It's like freaking 2017. Jerry's got his flip phone. I'm like, Jerry, this is what a phone looks like now. That's a phone. Jerry, no. I go, Jerry, can you text on that phone? He goes, yeah, but I got to hit all the keys. Like, on my phone, I got to hit the A 3 times or I got to hit. I'm like, it's 2017 and Jerry's still got a flip phone. So I'm telling you right now, though, I love the man. He is the man. Absolutely. All right. And this says it all. We want Jerry. We want Jerry. You are going to get Jerry. You're going to get Jerry. If I have to freaking fly back to California myself, all right, and rent a car and drive out to freaking Roseville, Jerry Reynolds will be on the show. Even if I have to take all of my equipment, my lights, all right, all of my broadcast equipment and set it up in Jerry's house and do the damn show in person, you will have Jerry on the show. All right? You will. As this chat message says it all. Oh, boy. Good one right there. That's how I feel as well about Jerry. Love the chat line, man. This is great stuff. We're getting a lot of great messages. All right. We also got a lot of people that are chiming in on baseball. Congratulations to Aaron Judge. Real quickly, I'm going to talk about this on my show coming up in about, let me see what time it is, in 15 minutes. And I'm only going to deviate from basketball for this one comment. That call last night by Michael Kay, who I have a lot of respect for, and I'm a fan of his, was as bad of a job on a historic achievement as any call that I've ever heard. Talk about stepping over and really tarnishing the moment with unnecessary verbiage. I thought the call by Michael Kay, the TV voice of the Yankees, was as bad as any big moment that I've heard in sports. Terrible. Absolutely awful. And again, I'm a fan of Michael Kay. I love listening to his radio show in New York. I love it. I watch him on the Yankees. Not every night, but I'm a fan of Michael Kay. All right? I know Michael Kay personally. I'm a fan of him. I'm a fan of his work. But that last night was awful, in my opinion. Awful. Talking about not letting the game and the moment breathe. Wasn't radio, TV. And it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. All right, again, somebody wants to know if I heard John Sterling's call. I did. You know, John Sterling's call, I thought was pretty good, to be honest with you. I thought it was pretty good. You know, again, he's on radio, so he's not supposed to shut up. And you couldn't get John Sterling to shut up if you brought 10 Brinks trucks and put them on the field at Yankee Stadium and said, John, if you shut up, you get all the money in those 10 Brinks trucks. John would not be able to, wouldn't be able to do it. No way. You think John Sterling's going to be able to shut up? Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Not happening. Not happening at all. So back to Jerry Reynolds for a moment. If I have to get on a freaking airplane and fly to California and go with my equipment and set it up at his house, that's what we'll do if I got to get the man on my show, because Jerry is going to be coming on this show every week. Every week, Jerry's going to be making an appearance with me. Not just like once in a while, every week. So we got to get him dialed in. We got to get him set up, and we're going to do that. All right? Something else I'm going to talk about, and I hope that all of you that are listening can check me out on Listen app, because I'm going to wrap this up in a couple of moments. So Fox News talked about me last night, and Joe Concha, and I'm grateful for his support and what he said about what happened to me last night. And coming up in a couple of moments is my Open Forum Wednesday, so we're going to talk about this. Lester, you hit it right on the head. We're going to roll our sleeves up to our freaking neck. Great job right there, Lester. That's the way to bring it. I got a short sleeve on, but I can roll it right up to my neck. Love it, Lester. It's exactly right. Everyone rolled their sleeves up to their neck when the Kings were getting ready to leave. The fans, they were freaking awesome, right? Everyone rolled their sleeves up to their freaking neck. Do you want to hear this true story about that show that I did? I've shared this, and I'm going to share it again. I would be in my car driving to the radio station or to the arena, and I would be getting ready to do my show, and I would be like, what the hell am I going to say today? Something bad may have happened. In other words, like we heard news that the Kings were really going to move and that they didn't have the owner or they lost their whale or whatever the case may be. And I swear, and anyone that knows me knows that I don't prepare my show in terms of writing anything down. I think about things, but everything is up here. I don't have anything on paper. That day, I went on the air and I sat down in front of the microphone and the intro to my show began. And this is when I was doing the show alone. And the music comes on and I just start talking. And I literally just go off. And I did an opening monologue that was 15 or 20 minutes. And everything was just from the heart. And I was just talking in a passionate way. And that's where I said, we're going to roll up our sleeves to our freaking neck to save this basketball team. And I'm so disappointed that the vast majority of you could not see the 30 for 30 that was aired in Sacramento at the Crest Theater and at the Tribeca Film Festival because of nonsense with Kevin Johnson. And the premiere was pulled 1 week before we were supposed to go on ESPN, the 30 for 30. And I will tell you that you, as a Sacramento Kings fan, got ripped off. You had something stolen from you. That 30 for 30 documentary was absolutely spectacular. And I had the director on, Jason Hare, on my podcast. I had him on my radio show numerous times. He did an absolutely incredible job on the 30 for 30. And I'm still hoping that somehow, some way, you can see that 30 for 30. All right? Always great. Ryan says, that's why we love you, Grant. You always speak from the heart and are always honest. Always try to. You know, and again, no matter what happens to me, no matter where I'm working, no matter where I'm living, Sacramento will always be right here, baby. Right here. Never going to leave my heart. Never. All right? Never, ever going to leave my heart. So here's the deal. I'm going to get ready for my Listen app show. You all are freaking awesome. I love the chat line, okay? Jeff wanted to know if the 30 for 30 is on YouTube or anything else. No, it's not. There's copyright laws and things of that nature. So I'm going to get ready for my Listen app show, and then we're going to figure out Jerry Reynolds, all right? We're going to figure it out. Trust me, we're going to get Jerry. I may do a show tomorrow if we can get Jerry dialed in. If not, we'll do it next week. But, hey, you're the best. You guys are freaking awesome, and I cannot thank you enough. I can't thank you enough, all right? I do want to say that today's show brought to you by New Works Plumbing of Sacramento. Locally owned for over 20 years, New Works has a fix for you. For all of your plumbing needs and repairs, hey, just go to sacserviceplumbing.com, or you can call the number on your screen, sacserviceplumbing.com, or the number 916-713-1010. And here's something else. If you happen to have an emergency in the middle of the night, no problem, because New Works will be there with their 24/7 service. And I want to really thank New Works for being with me for now over 2 years, sponsoring everything that I do. They have been great. I greatly appreciate them. And all the people that have reached out via social message or whatever the case saying, hey, Grant, I used New Works. Thank you. They were great. That means a lot to me, but it really means a lot to New Works Plumbing. So again, just go to newworksplumbing.com. You can call that number. Again, that's on your screen, 916-713-1010. Sacserviceplumbing.com will get you there as well. Hey, Friday, Sean Salisbury, NFL, college football, and I will get Jerry back on because he's going to be on every week. You will know. Just follow me on all my social media platforms and here, and we'll do it. You all are freaking awesome. And if you don't like that, you don't like NBA basketball. Oh, boy. Have a great rest of the day, everybody. So long.